Most people believe in order to create more, they need more time. I don't have time. I need more time. If I had more time, I would make this better. I would do this more. And I'm just limited in how much time I have. And that's why I'm not creating. Imagine I didn't have to do this other task and I didn't have these responsibilities with my family and I could just dedicate my time to just creativity and writing and art and expression. And I'm here to tell you that the opposite is often true. You have too much time. That's why you're not creating. You have too many options available to you. Oh, I didn't do it Tuesday. I'll do it Wednesday. I'll do it next Tuesday. I'll do it next Tuesday. And that goes on and on and on. And the momentum is lost. And the creation never is put out into the world. What I do instead is I've noticed when I have limitations on my time, intentional limitations on my time, it feels a little bit more tense because you're like, there's a deadline. There's a time where I have to get this done. And if I don't get this done, then it's not done. But that allows you to focus. Okay. So for me, creativity is this endless waterfall, which sounds amazing because everything is possible. But when everything is possible and we can do it next week or the next week or this time slot or that time slot, nothing gets done. And so we want to place intentional structure, not too tight because nothing flows, not too wide because it becomes nothing, but the right amount of structure to allow us to focus the creative energy so that it actually comes through and goes in an intended direction. So the first thing is a mindset that less time can actually equal more productivity and more output. Now that we've upgraded our mindset from I don't have enough time, if only I had more time, I would create more, to wow, limiting my time allows me to focus, allows me to dedicate energy to a specific task because that is the only time we have to work on this thing. We now need to implement this into our lives. And it's really simple. It's called time blocking. If something is a priority in your life, it'll show up in your calendar. I tell people all the time, if it's not in my calendar, it's not real. Until it is not real. And so we want to block off a set amount of time. Usually for me, creative projects, I need 2 to 3 hours, phone away, email away, deep focus on that task. I like to do it in the morning. You can do it whenever you want. And it doesn't shift. Now, this is the hard part. If you continually shift this, oh, it didn't happen on Tuesday, I'm going to do it on Wednesday. Oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll do it next week. That is having too much time. The whole point here is being like, that is the time. This is how I make meditations. It's every Friday. I know at 9 a.m. there's 100 people waiting on Zoom for the new meditation. When I have 20 ideas for meditation, with that time limitation, 20 ideas become one idea because there is a intentional intensity. Just like deadlines. We hate deadlines, but guess what? Without deadlines, nothing gets done. And most of the time it gets done towards the end of the deadline. So we are self-imposing a limitation on time and placing as much consistency as possible. Try your best to have it happen in the same day in the week, the same time in the week, and don't move it. Don't compromise on it, or else that defies the whole point. So the tip here is time blocking. Time you are giving yourself to work in a focused manner on the work that is most meaningful to you. If you haven't shared your creativity or put your content out there for a while, if there's something you are launching that's new, even if you've been doing this for a long time, you know that there is a weight on our shoulders, this weight of getting it right, this weight of it's got to be perfect, it's got to be the exact perfect representation of my truth. Dear Lord, that is so much pressure, okay? And we place that pressure when we imagine this is the only time we're going to create. So this video, this meditation, this social media post has to be amazing. But when we look at our schedules, and if we've done what I shared in the last tip, and we've blocked off time every week for a new deep dive into creative expression, we can take that weight off our shoulders and remind ourselves, if this one thing flops, we've got another one lined up. We've got another one lined up. And sooner or later, one of these is going to do something marvelous, whatever that means for you. And so remind yourself, this is one of many. Remind yourself that failure is the information we need to get to where we're going. So each one of these things, you're going to fail. That's great. That's wonderful. You're going to learn and you're going to grow. And your paradigm is not win or lose. Your paradigm is win or grow. Win or grow. And so take that the weight off your shoulders and remind yourself that next week you're back at it. And next week you're back at it. And this is just one of many. Last tip I want to share around time is a way to organize the different activities around creation. Okay. High level, there's 3 of them. There's the coming up with the idea or the ideation time. There's the working on the actual creation. And then there's the publishing, the go live, the shipping the creation. And it's really important to think about it differently because it requires something different from you. And when you mash all of those 3 things together, sometimes it gets messy, right? Intentionally placing structure. So the intentional structure of the first part is the ideation. So 7 days before right now, I gave myself time to just start feeling into potential ideas for this video. I started writing them down. I started journaling about them. I went on walks with them. I talked to people about them, and I looked for something that felt alive. I'm like, ooh, this is juicy. Talking about time could be a really cool video. So 7 days, playful, light energy, just allowing a lot of, ooh, that could be cool. That could be cool. That could be cool. And then as I get closer to the day, AKA right now, I've got to come in on a single idea. Part 2 is the 3-hour deep work of let's come up with the structures. Let's come up with the hook. Let's come up with the content. Let's make it. Let's record it, right? That's the getting it done time. Third part is the go live time, the shipping it time. I like to have that scheduled for later because I like to separate the actual creativity from the marketing and promoting of it. That's a very vulnerable time for me and many creators because we're actually sharing the work, and I don't want to taint the creative experience. So I like to schedule that out. I like to give it to an assistant. I like it going out without me even knowing or remembering, and just letting it be in the world so that I can place my energy back into the next week and the next meditation and the next YouTube video. I like to bless and release it and say, thank you. You are no longer mine, and just share it with the world. All right, beautiful humans, those are some of my favorite tips, the tips I have used to help me create consistently, create joyfully, create profitably in my several creative businesses, through my photography, through my cinematography, through my videos, my meditations. These are the things that have taken me years and years and years to learn, usually the hard way. And I'm hoping that some of these tips, doesn't have to be all of them, but at least 1 or 2 of them resonate with you and allow you to unlock and unblock your incredible creative spirit. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please subscribe, come back for more. And if you'd like to meditate with me, journal with me, celebrate with our Artist Morning community, artistmorning.com. It's absolutely free, and we'd love to see you there. See you.